the solemnity of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The dogma of Mary's Assumption, known as the Dormition of Mary in Eastern churches, traces its origins back to the early centuries of the Church. After the resurrection of Jesus, Mary lived out her remaining days in Ephesus. As her appointed time drew near, Mary was visited by the apostles and disciples of Jesus. Amidst the love and prayers, Mary peacefully passed away, surrounded by her loved ones. But what happened next is where the mystery truly lies. It is believed that 3 days after her death, Mary's body was taken up to heaven by Christ himself in what is known as the Assumption. This divine moment, witnessed by the apostles, solidified Mary's role as the Queen of Heaven. Our Lady did not endure an extended rest in the grave. According to St. John of Damascus, after she fell asleep in the Lord, Mary's body was buried in a coffin in Gethsemane. Where for 3 days the singing of the angelic choirs persevered relentlessly. After the 3rd day, those songs having ceased, the attending apostles opened the coffin at the request of Thomas, who was the only one who had been away from them, and who, on the 3rd day, wanted to venerate the body that had given birth to God. But they found only the funeral garments put there, from which an ineffable perfume emanated that penetrated them. Overwhelmed, here is the only thing they could conclude. The one who in his own person deigned to incarnate in her and become a man, God the Word, the Lord of glory, and who kept her mother's virginity intact after his birth, had still wanted, after his departure from below, to honor this virgin and immaculate body with the privilege of incorruptibility, and with a translation prior to the common and universal resurrection. On November 1st, 1950, Pope Pius XII, exercising papal infallibility, declared in an apostolic constitution known as Munificentissimus Deus, that it is a dogma of faith of the Catholic Church that the Immaculate Mother of God, the ever Virgin Mary, having completed the course of her earthly life, was assumed body and soul into heavenly glory and into the presence of the most blessed and eternal Trinity. In the Assumption of Mary, her immeasurable sufferings fade away as she receives her reward in the greatness of the infinite God. What eternal joy in his presence, what peace in being eternally held by him. Truly the richest reward for the obedient handmaid of the Lord. The Assumption of the Theotokos reflects the Christian belief in the power of God's love and the importance of Mary as the Mother of God. The belief in Mary's Assumption was a deeply rooted tradition and a common theme in the meditations of saints over the centuries. Today, the Solemnity of the Assumption is celebrated as a major feast day and a public holiday in numerous countries. In many places, including the United States, it is observed as a holy day of obligation. Millions of believers around the world honor and seek intercession from Mary, trusting in her role as a compassionate and loving advocate. Open the portals. The Queen is approaching. Lift up, O eternal gates. Our Lady of the Assumption, pray for us.